It's a nice walleye. The transducer was inside this here, so I just cut that out and then use a little bungee cord to help support it. Got one. Finally. Let's see what it is. Hopefully I don't lose it. It's not feeling like I'm gonna be able to get. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Had to set it on the bottom. That's a good hook set right there, right on the top. It's a nice walleye. And he's about 17, 18. It's a perfect eater. I'm gonna have to keep him. He wanted it right on the bottom though. I put the Pendu jig on the bottom until I felt him take it. That made it happen. Otherwise, I don't think I would have got that one. like a bigger mark there. I'm away.
I got some things I want to talk about. My grandfather used to call it siliquizing. He's a good siliquizer, right? He has a good soliloquy about him. And so I'm gonna rhythmically just give you some stuff that's on my heart. I'm not looking for some fancy sermon. I'm not looking for the greatest sermon that's ever been preached since the first Great Awakening. I just want to be faithful to the Bible today. That's it. I want to be faithful to the Bible. I want to be faithful to some things that we are watching happen in our country, pay homage spiritually to them, and show you perhaps why the Lord has laid this unusual passage, or at least part of a passage, on my heart. Luke chapter 2 is where we are. We'll begin in verse 25 and following. So just follow along with your heart, your mind, and your eyes. Luke chapter 2, verse 25. Praise God.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's a big one. Big one coming around the bend. A few of them. Here we go. This is it. This is it. Come on. It's a nice one. Come on. And it's gone. Looked for a second, and that was it. I've got about 2 feet of fluorocarbon at the end of a barrel swivel on some braided line here, so looks like they're more interested in the barrel swivel right now. Super light bite. They just picked it up off the bottom is all they did last night, so trying to do that again right now. Holy cow, I think I got a big mark here.
I wish we were live already.
I know.
I can't go early though.
No. It's coming down. It's coming down because oh my gosh.
Come on, man. Let's go!
Yeah. How's my lighting?
Looks great, dude.
Can you see the ice hole? That's on that's got a jaw jacker, so.
Okay. Hope that flag or that jaw jacker goes off in the middle of the stream.
It only happened one time, but I'll explain that later.
Yep, I'll remove you from the stream, keep you in the green room, and then pull you back in
at like
5-10 after.
Sure, sounds good.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Yeah, you too. Oh, big fish coming in. This live couldn't start sooner. Big mark came in at 20 feet away.
What is up, Fisher people? We're freaking live. This is happening like right now. Live. You know what live means. I don't understand what that means. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a while and hadn't gotten around to doing it. Now I'm doing it. Some more podcasty kind of things, whether they're live or recorded, not really sure. This is actually going to be even more awesomer than I thought it was going to be because as you know, Randy's going to be part of this. And yeah, well, we're just going to wait till I bring Randy in. It's going to be cool. So I'm looking forward to that. If you've never been part of a live stream before, pretty much anything's on the table. Pretty much. If you want to talk about fishing, great. If you want to talk about the YouTube channel, if you want to talk about me personally, if you want to talk to Randy about something, whatever you want to throw out there, fishing related or not, don't really care. I may or may not answer it. Probably will answer it depending on whether or not it's in or out of bounds. And we'll probably talk a little bit about ice fishing today in this live stream as well. So I think I'm going to bring Mr. Belial in here. Let's go see what Randy's doing. Oh, see what's going on.
Hey guys, just trying to charge up the lipless crankbait here. I guess it doesn't work very good against the iPhone, but whatever.
Our correspondent correspondent live from Lake Sakakawea right now.
Yep. Dropping in. See if we can pull something out of the ice hole.
What's going on up there? Have you caught any fish tonight?
Not tonight, but last night. I'm camping. If you didn't know, I don't know if I told you, but I'm actually camping out on the lake tonight, and
Nice.
did last night. So got the cot set up, and we got 4 holes drilled in the ice shack here in the Clam hub shelter.
Uh-huh.
The old school Bigfoot XL. It's probably
Nice.
10 or 15 years old, who knows? But and I just
Good
marked a bunch of big fish right before the show started. I was thinking I was gonna catch one right as you were doing the introduction. I thought for sure I was going to catch one. I was like, "Come on, get on with it, get on with it. Let's catch some fish."
I can kind of see your little window down there, but it's got the big sign in there to add something or not add something. So I was like, I can't really see exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, it's all good. I didn't catch one anyway. There's just a whole bunch of bait fish right now, but there's definitely some big ones darting in and out.
Okay, well, things are going on.
It could happen. It could actually happen. It is kind of a bite window here, 7 o'clock, 7:06.
It should be a decent time.
Last night the one came at 11:30, so it was pretty late.
You got a fish at 11:30 last night?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. It's been a tough ice fishing season. What did you catch last night, Randy?
Oh, I got probably 18-inch walleye.
Okay.
I still got it in the live well here. I could probably show it to you.
Yeah, dude.
I think it's still kicking too.
We're going to turn this into an actual fishing video still.
Yeah, it's still kicking.
What's up, Wyatt Hands from Washburn? Yeah, I wish I was fishing too, but this is still pretty fun. Yeah, dude. He's still alive.
Pretty lively.
Nice, man.
Yeah, it's a good eater. So I decided I'm going to actually eat this one.
Heck yeah, dude.
Since it's not that easy to set up for camping out here, you know, it's just takes a lot of work.
Well, speaking of which, Brandon just said he wants to get a tour of your setup at some point. You're one step ahead of us, bro. My brother's so good at this. Fisherman's asking what's the biggest fish you've caught. I don't know if he's asking me or both of us, but for me, the biggest fish I've ever caught is actually a pike that I caught I think 3 falls ago in Lake Sakakawea. The last day I fished, I didn't get an actual measurement, but I had laid it like on the back of my boat in the live well and then measured it later. And I think it was 47 inches, probably close to 30 pounds. Walleye wise, I caught a 30-inch, 10-pound walleye on Devil's Lake. What about you, Randog?
Biggest one I've got is here on Lake Sakakawea. It was 25 inches. I think I had one that was bigger out on Cass Lake when I was a dock boy out there, and I was 19 years old. But my boss didn't want to let me mount it, so we were going to release that. So I never did measure it, but it was big. I got my brother on the biggest fish I've ever seen was a 27-inch.
That's a monster.
It really is, isn't it?
And hold your arms out a little more, it makes it look bigger. Alright, let's let it go.
Yeah.
So
He also wants to know how thick the ice is.
It's this thick. It's at least, this goes up to 15, 16, 17, 18. It was like 19 inches right there, at least. They just had the Bizman Wreck and Reel thing over at Lake Audubon yesterday. I guess they had over 250 adults and like 100 kids fishing in the tournament.
Holy cow.
It looked like Manhattan out there.
Is that the one where you caught that perch and won it that year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I ever fished in it, I caught a perch, which is my personal best perch, and it bagged me $210 at least.
Yeah. Randy's a tournament champion, guys.
Yeah, that's my first, and that was my first tournament. I only fished that one maybe 2 more times. I missed it yesterday because I wanted to come out and camp on Lake Sakakawea. So
Yeah.
before I forget, I want to say happy birthday to you, Brett. I didn't do that on Thursday, and so happy birthday.
Thank you. You have an excuse. And for anybody wondering, my birthday was the 16th. I'm officially 40 now. So.
Wow.
Let the old man jokes begin. Just means I'm that much wiser for a fishing guide.
Yeah. You're just a couple more years away from having to get a pair of these.
Oh, God. My dad already asked me, but we were ice fishing last weekend when they got me the shack and the auger. And it was at night, and I was trying to see. I was driving on a road I had never seen before and didn't know where to turn. And he's like, "Are you already losing your vision? Do you need glasses?" No, I'm fine. Shut up.
So you want to see a tour of the place, huh?
Yeah, we should definitely. Let's get the lowdown of your ice camping sitch right here.
Yeah, it's pretty much maxed out. I probably had too much stuff for one guy, but you know. So this is my dash bird. I don't use it as much anymore since I got the ice kit here with the Mega Live. But
we're gonna be using that on some videos on my boat this year. You know that.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, so I'm on that point, and I'm in about 20 feet of water, 22 feet, 21. It's hard to tell. There's a giant boulder right where I'm at. It's probably 3 feet tall, and it's at least 6 feet wide. So it's just a massive boulder. But I got a hole over there with a rattle reel, and I just attached to the crate there. And I got my boat battery inside there, so I'm running the power off of that. Brought another one of my trolling motor batteries so I can run the ice kit all day because I started to run out of power, so I need to connect another battery when you're camping for multiple days. But I got that hole over there, basically blocked off that door. I got my live well there, which I initially started jigging in. I had my heater over here in this corner, but then I realized the fish were liking this side of the tent better, so I decided to move the heater over to that corner and drilled this hole, which I got the jaw jacker in. And I'm loving that hole, but I haven't actually pulled a fish through it yet. This is the good hole. That was my lucky hole where I got the 18-inch walleye out of. So, but I got the floor mats down. I got a chair in here, enough space for the cot, all my storage and snacks. But it works pretty good. And I got the carbon monoxide detector and paper towels, rags and stuff, whatever you need. I got a fan on the light there so I can keep with a little remote control. I love this thing. So I can lay in bed and turn the light on if I catch a fish.
Nice.
But it's been pretty sweet. It's very comfy.
Looks comfy, man. Brandon said Clayton Schick would be proud of you. He likes your setup.
Yeah, I would basically have to credit him for all of what I do in this ice fishing stuff.
He's got a lot of good stuff. I like his ice camping videos, even though I don't ice camp. Like it's very detailed. It's kind of cool to figure out. How long do you think that active target lasts if you don't have that extra battery?
I'm thinking it's only going about 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours.
So I don't know how many people are familiar with this story, but I was gonna tell everybody how we actually met and how we started fishing together. Or do you want to start it?
Oh, go right ahead.
Do it. So
let's hear your elephant memory of this. 'Cause
My
you have
elephant
better-
memory.
Yeah.
So the first season, not the first season I guided in Sakakawea, but the first season that I was in Garrison, I was doing a video and got off the lake doing some scouting. I kept like 1 or 2 fish to eat for myself that night, so I went to the cleaning station. Randy's at the cleaning station with his dad and his brother, right?
Yeah, both my brothers.
Both his brothers, okay.
Yeah.
Dad and both his brothers.
Yeah.
And he just asked me, he's like, hey, you got a YouTube channel, you're Brett, right? And I was like, that was like the first time anybody ever recognized me for a YouTube channel, which is still crazy to me. But like,
well, even crazier is I subscribed to your channel the night before.
The night before, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I was trying to figure out how to actually make videos on, fishing videos and just looking around.
Yeah. So basically, I said, that's me. I do YouTube stuff. He said he was like trying to watch and learn it because he's done videos for years and years. He's a videographer more by trade and got into fishing, and I'm the opposite. So I was like, hey, you want to go fish sometime and make a video? And he said, yeah. So I don't know. We make a really good team because
I was thrilled. I was excited to meet you, man. I just in the fact that you fish all the time, and that's and then just me subscribing to your channel the night before, and
that was wild.
And you were like, did you read about me in the paper? Because they had a little article about you when you moved into town. I was like, nope, I missed that article.
But YouTube's a great thing. Truly
Yeah, it's a great social media. The only thing I use YouTube for is fishing and trying to learn how to fix my pickup sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, point being, I'm a fisher person that's gotten a little better at making videos and doing YouTube stuff. Randy is a freaking awesome videographer, does some way cool stuff on video, and is kind of getting better at fishing.
You're too kind.
If you haven't checked out Randy's channel yet, Timelapse Adventures on YouTube, especially if you want to like be inspired about the video stuff, or if you want to like learn how to do different, I don't know. I've seen Randy's done so many cool like transitions and intros and stuff on his videos that I was like, oh my god, I gotta do that in my next video. So
yeah, unfortunately, it's all unplanned. I don't have any thought as to what's going to happen when I'm out there. So.
But that's the point, though. You know how to work with it. So once it happens, you have all that stuff that you shoot, and you got all the clips and stuff, and you figure out a cool way to put it together. Fishing videos are so hard to plan out. You don't know what the fish are going to do. You don't know what the weather's going to do. So you have to figure out after the fact, like, how am I going to put this together? What kind of transitions am I going to use? What's cool? What's not cool? What's important?
And a lot of guys are getting burbot though, and I was hoping I might actually get one of those too, but I think I need to be more like 40 feet of water instead of 20.
I'd say at least 30. You could find one in 20, but 30, 35, 40 feels better, yeah. I didn't know, like, I figured there could be some burbot in Sakakawea. Obviously, you're more likely to catch them during ice fishing, but I don't know. Kind of surprised me when I heard people were catching them.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I know they're out here, but I've heard stories of people. The guy that I was talking to today said he doesn't even want the nasty thing. I was like, are you kidding? That's poor man's lobster. It's the best fish. Probably better than walleye.
Some people really, I don't know. Some people hate them, and I feel like I would love to try it because I don't know. I think it sounds delicious. Where's the fish, Randy? Come on.
I'm marking a little one right now, but I don't think it's probably more like a perch because it's not showing up a whole lot bigger than my lipless crankbait. So
dang it. I was all excited that you're going to get some fish catching on screen. At least we got to see a fish earlier. Ice fishing's hard.
Yeah, especially when you're camping. It's not like I can run a gun and do the moving around where the fish are.
Right. Well, certainly not doing live.
Yeah.
You can run and gun, but talking on this would be a little difficult.
And it's snowing out right now, so.
Oh yeah. Just like watching a good movie. Don't talk to somebody when they're watching TV, I guess.
it's hard to talk, I guess, when I'm looking at a live, mega live. It's a lot of fun. But I did want to talk about my exceptional fun earlier today when I had the jaw jacker parked over here, and I'm trying to call him in with this rattle bait, and I saw a fish come in. It took a look at my rattle, and then it went down to my jaw jacker. I watched it grab the bait, and I've got a barrel swivel on that one. It's got braided line on there because when it whips up, I don't, I want it to really hook into it through your guys' head. So, but I got a barrel swivel, and then I got about a 2-foot leader with the mono on there. With that barrel swivel, I could see the fish taking it. So I could see it on the Mega Live just moving across the screen. I was like, before the jaw jacker knew that it needed to set the hook, I knew it was about to do it, and it popped. It was pretty exciting, actually.
Wow.
The first time I've ever seen the fish before the jaw jacker saw it.
Yeah. I've never even used a jaw jacker. Well, I think Brandon brought one once, but we never got bit on that. We got bit on our jigs. I've never seen a jaw jacker go off.
It's exciting because
it seems intense.
Almost every time it's a perfect hookup right on the top of the mouth.
Right.
And I had this when it was a heavy fish. Whatever it was heavy. I lost it though. It came off, so it wasn't a good enough hook set.
I wondered that a little bit with those jaw jackers. Like if you have a big walleye, can they set the hook good enough?
Yeah, it always, every time I've caught something on the jaw jacker, it's almost dead center, top of the mouth, almost through the roof of the mouth every time.
There's enough power in that?
Oh, yeah. Well, fish? I've got this, I don't know what I'm using on this.
Obviously, it has good timing, but.
It's a pretty heavy rod. I bought it especially for the jaw jacker.
Got it. That helps.
Otherwise, it wouldn't work. If I was using this meat stick, it wouldn't work.
No.
Yeah. I just watched a rainbow trout yesterday. We watched about 20 of them in a little stream over by the fish hatchery at the Garrison Dam. They were swimming around. There was 2 of them right next to a little rock, and they just stayed there for probably 10 minutes. And the water was only about, it was probably a 10-foot wide channel of stream, and it was flowing pretty quickly. And they were just chilling, and I saw one of them eat. So something must have came through the stream, and it went sideways and gobbled it up.
I've seen some people catch big rainbows down there, dude.
Oh, they're huge. I got some video of it. I'm hoping to post it on a video at some point if it's relevant at all, but it was incredible. They were beautiful rainbow trout. I'm just happy to be fishing.
Randy's just happy to be out.
It's such a nice day with all the snow.
Yeah. Well, speaking of happy to be out, I think we're going to get out. We're going to end the first live stream. Appreciate everybody watching, all that good stuff. Check out Randy's channel. Randy's an awesome video dude. He's a lot of fun, and he can also fish a little bit. I enjoy that. If you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. It also helps if you like and subscribe. If you want to read my book, I got a book. I don't know how many people knew that. Probably most of the people watching this knew that I had a book out.
It's a great book.
Throw a bunch of links up here because this is my chance on the live stream to be like, hey, look at me. Pay attention to me. You want to book a fishing trip? BlumenthalFishing.com. If you do want to help out the channel even more, or get the fishing reports for Lake Sakakawea, more in depth, more analysis, Patreon.com, Blumenthal Fishing, and did we get a last minute question in here? Brandon says, adios, fellas. Adios. Peace out. Later, fishing people. Good luck, Randy. Catch some hogs. Drill some hogs.
Will do.
Later, man.
Later.
Hey.
Hey.
Looks like you're
you're out.
Yeah, out fishing.
I raised rainbow trout out there. I had them in the dugout for one thing.
Oh, really?
And I had some over in one of Limke's ponds and one of Donnie Gittiger's ponds. And it seemed like I had them in another one too. Might have been Henry Milkey's pond down there. And some of them lived over winter too.
Huh.
They were only about 2.5 inches long or 2 inches long when I put them in there. And they grew to be 8-10 inches long.
Huh.
So in those small ponds like that. And I caught them fishing, you know, I fished some of them out of there. So.
Wow. That must have been before I was around.
Yeah, it was. It was shortly after we got married. 50-some years ago.
Where did you get them from?
There must have been some kind of a organization that had them for sale. I don't know. I bought them, but I can't remember who it was from or what it was all about now.
Time to eat a chocolate pie.
Oh.
Give me a bite.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a fish. You can stay on. I just got a fish though. It's a pretty nice fish.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Oh, you're fine. It's gonna be good.
See if I can take you along for the ride with me. Oh, it came off, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I had him. Definitely had a fish. That was pretty fun though.
It's a bait, huh?
No, you didn't get the bait, but I got tangled up in my other stuff, so.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even see him. He was down below the radar. That was pretty fun though.
What time is it there?
It's 8:39.
Okay.
So
7:39 here.
Yeah.
he kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting that. He can fly. They can be below the radar just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's when it's right on the bottom, you don't see them very easily. So I don't really know what kind of fish that was.
Do you keep some fish and not keep everything?
I have one fish right now that I've kept.
Well, you gotta take that fish home that you got there just to prove to Katerina you were out fishing.
Yeah, she had to come out. She drove out here last night with me because I forgot my camp mat.
Oh.
I had everything packed up, but I didn't have my camp mat, and I needed that because this cot is not very comfortable otherwise.
You sleep there overnight?
Yeah, I slept here last night.
Well, you're working a lot harder at it than I ever wanted to work at it.
Well, I haven't been fishing that much lately. But the teachers have a 3-day weekend, kids have a 4-day weekend. Well, I guess I'm gonna pack up, head out.
Yeah.
There's no fish.
Well, have a good evening there.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for calling.
Yep.
Appreciate it. It's been fun watching you fish. Watching you catch no fish.
Yep.
So.
Stay safe.
Yeah, will do.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Well, that was a relaxing stay out on the ice. It's always nice to go camping, and it's even more enjoyable to catch fish while camping. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. I'm going to start packing up stuff and hopefully catch some fish while I'm packing. It's usually how it goes. They try to make you stay a little longer. But before I do, I'll give you a quick little tour of the place. Also to help me remember how to do this better next time. Ideally, having 4 holes was great, honestly. I was able to stick 4 holes in here, no problem. I had 1 hole over here in the corner with a jaw jacker. I had the Mega Live on this hole here. From there, I had a fish well from Clam, a live well that definitely kept my fish. I got the 1 fish last night at 11:30 and it kept it alive all night and all day today even, so it won't be frozen solid. It won't be impossible or near impossible to fillet. So I'm going to go right over to the cleaning station and fillet him out. I've got my heater over here. I kind of pulled it aside out of the corner a little bit to get the heat closer to the cot when I was sleeping, but I've got my bait bucket over there. That worked great. I've got a dead stick here, which I ended up putting a rattle reel on a clam crate. In my clam crate, I've got my cranking battery out of my boat, my lithium 125 amp hour ionic is running that Humminbird, and I have a sonar for that as well. I don't use it as much anymore since I got the Mega Live. The Mega Live is just absolutely incredible to be able to see all my lines at the same time and see fish for 40 feet. I don't know what else to do other than that. That's awesome. But I had to bring out one of my trolling motor batteries to run all this gear, because this Mega Live, my 20 amp hour battery just doesn't cut it. Plus I got a camera on there. Got another camera to help share what I see on the Mega Live when I'm catching it or not catching it. And yeah, so I ran a lot of battery power. So I just basically ran that. I dropped it down to maybe 40% today. And then when I hooked up my trolling motor battery, 100 amp hour ionic, I was able to bring it back up to 100% charge. It took probably a good 7 8 hours just to bring it from 45% up to 100%, running off of that little power inverter I got when I bought a Traeger one time. So, but I had another power inverter by Duracell, 1,000 watts. Not very good, actually. The fan ran all night. It kind of kept me awake. I wished I would have had my other one running instead. I don't know why I didn't, but that one is super quiet. The DC to AC, and that's a 800 watt peak power. So that one was way better to use. And that's the one I'm probably going to end up using all the time from now on. I don't know. That one's just connected to my big battery in here. I got everything wired along with the lights. I got my light strips running up there. So I got a LED light strip there. I got one up on top. And I have a switch back there that I could just turn everything off. But with the cot and the chair, it's not much room to move around, but I was able to do it. I got my buckets for all my gear underneath the cot, and I used a couple sleeping bags, and I got a camp mat. Works real well. But yeah, overall it's just been a really nice little trip. Oh yeah, this is kind of fun. I bought this on Amazon. This thing right here, I actually can turn the fan on. So I had that running overnight to keep the heat from the ceiling and push it down. But you can turn the light on. I figured if I caught a fish overnight, I'd be able to turn that off and on. Real easy, just using the remote. So I like that. I don't really use this very often, but my Dakota Lithium power box, it's kind of a feeble, I think it's like 8 amp hours. Ooh, I got a bite. I actually have a bite happening here. That's the first time that rattle reel's gone off. and it is shaking a little bit. I don't think I bumped that table. But I guess I could have. I might have bumped the table. False alarm, bumped the table. Anyway, yeah, with everything here, I got the cot, and I got a little table there. My wife bought it's a Costco, as in Cosco, probably from Sam's Club. So, nice little table, actually. I'm glad she bought that for the backyard, and now I've converted it into an ice camping experience table. But this chair, it's pretty handy. I left it up all night, but it folds up pretty easily, has a handle there, so when not in use I could put it aside real easy. But I use it all the time. But that's pretty much it. You know, there's really not much to this. After a little bit, the biggest thing I had trouble with was just powering everything. And I did use this, I had this running all night. It's a rechargeable carbon monoxide detector. So I bought that on Amazon too, but that works pretty good, other than the little key ring thing that broke right away, first use. That broke off, but that can be replaced pretty easy too. So never got over zero parts per million, because I had the vents open the whole time. It was never super cold in here anyway. It was, or outside, it was around 40 a couple days ago, and it was like 24 today, so it wasn't super cold. It was just snowing a lot. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully that helps with your setup if you decide to go camping out on the ice sometime. Stay tuned for more Ripping Lips adventures. Rip it!